Hello fellow football connoisseurs and welcome back to the quick take. After about 3 weeks of not doing regular videos, I'm finally back. I have taken some time away just to catch a breather. I also had some stuff going on behind the scenes. I had my wisdom tooth removed. That was going to stop me from talking properly for a good week or so. Very painful. But I am now back to my full self. I have got the Moresco breakdown on the channel. Thank you all so much for watching it. It took far too long to make. I understand everyone's frustration with that, but I did the best I could. But I hope those of you who have watched it did enjoy it. Now, we have got some major breaking news regarding the Chelsea striker situation. Of course, the striker area is going to be a big topic of discussion this summer transfer window. We have seen us linked to names such as Benjamin Šeško, who will now be staying at RB Leipzig. We have also seen links with John Duran. Of course, we had some links, I think, around January time, and it looks like we've gone back in for him, wanting him a lot. I think Aston Villa are holding out for £40 million, around about that ballpark, €40 million, £40 million. But I think we also want to do a deal with them that requires players in exchange. So we want to do swap deals. Now, swap deals aren't the easiest thing to do. Chelsea don't do swap deals often, so this is going to be a deal that may drag on and may even not happen. And this is why I think we have seen a link to a brand new striker. This coming in about an hour ago from Demarcio. Breaking: Chelsea wants Samu give me a second here. Omorodion. He is owned by Atletico Madrid. Chelsea want to start a negotiation. Now, first choice striker for Enzo Maresca's attack. He has been made the first choice striker. Now, we had some follow-up news about half an hour ago, and it is quite crazy. Atletico Madrid rejected a formal offer from Chelsea today for Samu up to €40 million package. Chelsea keep considering Omorodion and Duran as next striker options. How the mighty have fallen. Chelsea have gone from Victor Osimhen, Victor Gyökeres, Benjamin Šeško to the likes of John Duran and sorry guys, I really cannot pronounce this guy's last name. Thankfully though, we may be put off for a deal for the striker, pending confirmation. Atletico Madrid rejected a €40 million offer for Chelsea from Chelsea for Samu. The club values him at €80 million, which I believe is the value of his release clause. Chelsea will keep working to sign him. Now, I have compared Samu with Nicholas Jackson and another potential target for this summer, Serhou Guirassy, who is 28 years old, but I think is available for around 14-15 million pounds. And as you can see, the difference in quality is quite shocking. We've got Samu in blue, Nicholas Jackson in pinkish red, and Guirassy in orange. And the difference is quite staggering. He's obviously not doing too well for offensive actions. There's almost zero output in terms of his expected assists, his passes into the box. The only areas in where he is doing fairly well, and even then he's just doing average, is expected goals, non-penalty goals, and his aerial ability. About the same as Nicholas Jackson. Serhou Guirassy, who would be much cheaper than both Jackson and both Samu, is excelling far better than either of them in all the stats mentioned. Now, I've brought up his FB Ref percentile rankings because you may be thinking, well, hang on, maybe that's just, maybe that's just looking at specific stats. Let's have a look at it from the whole. And the reason why I'm looking at stats here is because this is a well-known fact that the recruitment strategy at Chelsea is data-orientated. It is stats. That is exactly what they're looking at. So that is what I'm looking at. I'm not going to turn a blind eye to what they are viewing. Let's actually have a look at what may have turned their interest into putting in a €40 million bid for this guy. His goals per 90, nothing crazy. 51st percentile. His assists, basically non-existent. 16th percentile. Expected goals, 0.52. His actual goals, 0.41. So he's actually underperforming his XG by quite a substantial amount. Shots on target, 1.17 per 90, 65th percentile. Nothing crazy there. It's about one shot on target every 3 shots, with shots total being 3.02 per 90. But shots on target percentage, not that great. 37th percentile. Goals per shot, 41st percentile. You know, passing, let's not even get into the passing. It's just red all around. Nothing really crazy here. The only thing that stands out to me is challenges lost, which just shows that he is a physical presence. Of course, I think Chelsea need a physical presence up front, but we also need a physical presence who's prolific in front of goal. An Artem Dovbyk, one of these kind of guys. I just don't see Samu having the impact on this Chelsea attack and with this Chelsea side that he needs to in order for Chelsea to go up that next level, in order to, you know, end games in the winning bracket and not, you know, have missed a lot of chances like I think Samu would for Chelsea. As I said, he's underperforming his XG by quite a bit. There are other options out there on the market that Chelsea could potentially look at. I'm thinking the names like Dominic Solanke. Of course, Chelsea have now turned away from Solanke, but that is a potential option. He had a fantastic season for Bournemouth in the Premier League. There's other options. You could potentially go for Joshua Zirkzee, although I think he is now on his way to Manchester United, had a great season with Bologna. You could also go for someone like Santiago Jimenez, who did drop off towards the end of last season, but has shown to be a competent striker in front of goal. Certainly more than Samu has. You could go for an Openda. And of course, let's not forget another prominent name regarding Chelsea and this channel, Dusan Vlahovic, who is currently playing in the Euros with Serbia. I have covered him relentlessly on the channel. I think he'd be a fantastic option. This season, he's got 18 goals in 2,600 minutes roughly. That's a goal every 145 minutes. Far better than Samu and even better than Nicholas Jackson. I think he'd be a great asset for us. He may be leaving Juventus as well with the new manager coming in, Thiago Motta, whether they don't align on certain philosophies, and also they want to reduce his wages. He's expected to earn around 12 million euros next season, which is around 230,000 euros per week, or around £194,000 a week. He may move to a different club so he can stay on the same wages, and I think 195, £200,000 a week for a striker like Dusan Vlahovic, I'd be happy to pay that. And it's not like this guy had a crazy season either in order to warrant such, you know, an extensive bid from Chelsea. 40 million euros isn't nothing. He scored 9 goals in 36 games where he played a combined amount of minutes as 2,109. That comes to 234 minutes per goal. Nicholas Jackson, who I have criticised heavily last season, in fact, could be argued to be more prolific in front of goal than Samu. I mean, he has a goal every 208 minutes, a big difference compared to this Samu guy. And if it's between sticking with Jackson and then maybe keeping Datra Fofana over spending 40 million euros or even more on Samu or John Duran, I'm keeping Jackson. Let me know your thoughts on the news today in the comment section down below. As always, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. I've been The Quick Take, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.